There are so many seasons of Power Rangers, but Mighty Morphin is still the most known and most iconic in the franchise. And when it comes down to it, for the franchise to live, it has to make money. So what do we do moving forward? Do we create an all-original show like the fans want, or do we have something to do with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers because we know it's going to sell? What exactly do we do? We're at a crossroads. We want to talk about this, break this down. Hit that intro, Rangers.
You are watching the Fan Club.
You're watching the Fan Club.
And you're watching the Fan Club. Do you know what time it is?
And you know what time it is.
It's time for the Fan Club. Let's go. Hey!
I can't do this on my own, cause you know things ain't always sweet when you out here in these streets. But my morphin' when it morphed, I made a fake one.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Fan Club. It is your boy Dan Brosnan in the building. We are so happy to have you guys. Welcome to the show. This is what we call a piggyback episode. I watched a really good video by Dawson Rider today, and it got me thinking, man. It got me kind of the wheels turning over here at the Fan Club, and so I wanted to go off of what bro was talking about. We're also going to put a little bit of audio from Dawson on here just so you guys kind of get the picture. But today's video is about what exactly should Hasbro and the franchise do with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. There are so many iterations of Power Rangers, and for all us super fans out there, there are better seasons out there than Mighty Morphin Power Rangers when it comes to characters and storylines and maybe suits, Zords, all that stuff. But the most iconic and the most known and the most important, the one that makes you the most money, is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Now, why do I say making the most money is important? Because you gotta pay the bills. We cannot make a new iteration if we don't have it pay for itself. And the last few years of Power Rangers, at least when it was on cable television, you saw the numbers dwindling to just a small fraction of what it was 10 years ago or 15 years ago, stuff like that. It is just unreal to think how far the brand has fallen, but we have talked many times about how there is a mini rollout. Power Rangers is on Fortnite now, and it is getting some viral recognition. There's a lot of viral clips out there on the internet. We do have the Reignition toy line, but it is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and I know so many fans are getting sick of Mighty Morphin, but they're doubling down with the Reignition line. So they got like the AI reversion on YouTube and Netflix of season 1, 2, and 3 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, I believe. So they're doubling down on that. They have like a short video series with reels and YouTube shorts where they're talking about old Mighty Morphin characters. And then there is a Ninja Kids series. So like part 2, we did Ninja Kids like what, 8-9 years ago at this point. That's pretty cool. And they're doing Mighty Morphin, which makes sense. It is a money maker. So what exactly do you do with it? Because no matter what you do, fans are going to hate. If you double down on Mighty Morphin, fans are going to be like, oh, it's nothing original. But then if you go into the other direction, then fans are like, oh, this is new. I don't like this. It's just a really weird situation. And that's where I wanted to bring Dawson's point in and let him cook for a second.
The contradictory discourse that's plagued fandoms for decades, which is you're only ever going back to nostalgia, no new ideas. We see that now constantly. People whining about them bringing back the X-Men characters and Spider-Man is like, regardless, people complain about that. Like, why are you always go back to the originals? Like at the NPR. But then the second Star Wars, Marvel, Turtles, Power Rangers does anything new, they're like, no, that's not right. It's not like the original. It's not like the source material. So it's like, what do you want?
Shout out Dawson Rider. Go check him out. I love that little clip because what exactly do we want? Do we want new stories and new characters, or do we want the original? And I think it is a mixed bag of both. When I think of a brand that does a good job of introducing new characters all the time, but also doubling down on the big characters that have made the brand, and that is Pokemon, okay? They do a good job every few years. Seems like almost every year we get a new Pokemon now, at least a few of them. But then when you go to the store, you still see Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur, and Pikachu everywhere. I feel like Pikachu is the Mickey Mouse of Nintendo at this point. Like, it's still Mario, but Mario is not as big, I feel like, as Pikachu is now, because Pokemon is like more popular. Even though the Mario movie, you can make an argument. I guess that's just an argument. The fact that we could even make the argument is nuts, right? So it's shown that you can double down on the nostalgia and the big characters, but you can also give the fans new stuff. It does work, and that is the last point that I wanted to plug in some audio from Dawson.
Transformers Turtles, they always have G1 around. You're always going to get your retro Optimus G1 figure, the 4K re-release, whatever, of the series. You know, you're always going to have the 80s Turtles around, you know, bringing back nostalgia from the 90s movies as well. But then they're going to have your Rise of the TMNT. You're going to have your Transformers Animated, your Transformers Prime. But in terms of using MMPR, I think the problem is we need to change the way we use it. Instead of just going back to that core Season 1 aesthetic, give us something new. Like, how much more exciting would it be if Reignition was a live-action series like with these Toku J suits, or an animated series that the suits still looked the same, but they were slightly differently designed to look like a new generation, have different Zords. Like, it would be so much more exciting to walk down Walmart's aisle and see toys that were a Neo version of MMPR rather than just back to Season 1 again.
See, I really like that point. That's why I put that in here, because think about Ninja Turtles and Playmates. How many different versions have they made of the Turtles? There were like sports versions and underwater versions and astronauts and all these different versions of toys that they have created with just 4 characters, and they're able to make it new somehow every time. And the collectors, the fans, they ate it up for many years with the Ninja Turtles. When you go to the toy aisle, you will see some throwback stuff. I think it is a mixed bag. And as a fan myself, I'd love to see something original. I think it is going to be a balancing act throughout the years, because there are so many fans that grew up on Mighty Morphin that will buy the shirt or buy the helmet or buy the mug if it's the Green Ranger or Red Ranger, Blue Ranger, right? But if it's a later season, let's say it's even a cool season like Time Force or RPM or Dino Fury, there's going to be way less people that even know what that is. And I know it sucks, because Dino Fury is a cool season to me. Beast Morphers, I love RPM, I love Time Force, In Space. Like, these are great seasons to me. Don't forget about Lost Galaxy, and I've been loving Lightspeed Rescue. But the general public only knows Mighty Morphin as like the Power Rangers most of the time. Like 8 or 9 times out of 10 when you bring up Power Rangers, people know who they are, but they think about Jason and Kimberly and Tommy like Mighty Morphin. There is a huge demographic that fell off after they switched powers, or at least like after Zeo. Some people remember Zeo, but not much, man. It's like Mighty Morphin, then Zeo, then Turbo. I know a lot of people told me they fell off after Turbo, or In Space when they got older, but not everybody really knows Power Rangers like that. So I think that there is a place for Mighty Morphin out there to continue to kind of milk that cash cow, but also give the fans some original stuff. I think that if there was more original things out there, I don't think this would be that big of a deal, because fans wouldn't be necessarily sick of Mighty Morphin, because there would be other stuff to watch or buy, right? I also agree with Dawson's point that if you're going to explore Mighty Morphin, let's do more with it. Let's explore different seasons and different character designs. Let's do a bunch of different variations of the characters and have some fun with it one time. Now, what are your thoughts? What do you think we should do with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers? Do you think we should just kind of throw it in a box, put it away? Do you think we should kind of milk it as much as we can? Do you think it's a balancing act like I think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I gotta shout out all the fans out there that take the time out of their day to watch this content. I also need to shout out Dawson one more time because he kind of created the original video that gave me the idea, and I'm also using a little bit of his audio. So shout out Dawson. Thank you, bro. And thank you guys again for watching. We will see you next time. Peace. I want to give a special shout out to the Gold Ranger members, Salima Ramirez, Anime King Nick, Louis Cairns, Thomas Franco, Roderick Ham, and Brian A. Thank you guys so much for your support, and if you want a video shout out like this one, sign up to be a Gold Ranger member today. Hey, what's going on? Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, hit that share button, and if you can, please sign up to be a member today. We have 3 membership power-ups. We have the Gold Ranger power-up, the most popular. You get into our exclusive fan club chat group. We have fan exclusive videos that we are adding monthly now, and you get a video shout out. Yes, folks, at the end of our videos, I will shout out your name. We also have the Quantum Ranger power up where you get monthly meetings online with me. Yes, folks, we will talk once a month on Zoom, and you can give me your ideas for future episodes. And then we have a professional package, the Dr. K power up. That is for businesses that want to tap into the platform. If you guys can, please sign up to be a member today. It is highly appreciated, and it helps us keep these videos going. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Hi, we're Bulk and Skull. We have been requested by the fan club to say something funny.